Hello, hello. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm so happy that you're here. It's Friday. I'm Stephanie. Welcome to my sewing room. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Friday. This is Friday Sews, a little bit of sewing, a little bit of life, a little bit of chatting. I really look forward to this. And I look forward to hearing from you too. So thank you so much for all the comments. And I apologize for not getting to answering comments last week. So I might try to get some before tomorrow. Try and get in there. I read every one because they popped up on my phone, but I need to answer them because I have things to say. Okay, I'm digressing. Let's talk sewing first. I made a really cute skirt this week and I'm kind of excited about it because I was getting ready for church on Sunday and I just thought I wanted to wear a long skirt, and I have 3, I think, and they're just my favorites. And I've had them too long because I'm tired of them. Like I don't get excited to put those on. They're just like, I've had them too long. You know, there's a point when it's not cute anymore because you've just worn it enough, right? And so they just fit great. They look great and they're easy to wear and so comfy. So I thought, why not make a new one? And I did, and it turned out cute. So the pattern I used was this one. This is Simplicity 8474. And my skirt turned out pretty much just like the picture. I made it just from the pattern. I didn't do any adjusting. And guess what? It has a yoga waistband. I don't know if you know this, but that's my thing. That's my thing. If you follow my channel, I put a yoga waistband on everything. So when I saw that this had one, had to do it. Now it gives you an option to put a little piece of elastic in the waist. No. They call it a yoke. No, it's a yoga waistband. Let me show you a picture of the skirt. I couldn't show you a picture of me wearing it because I don't have a top to wear with it. And so that will be my next project. And I'll talk about that in a sec and we'll go over some fabrics. This skirt pattern, I want to make every version. It has some really cute and fun, flirty skirts. So this would be a really fun, oh my gosh, this is so easy. Once you get this down, it's so easy. I made the whole thing with my serger except for hemming. It just was like, it was so easy. It was like, sew up the side seams, sew up the side seams of the yoga waistband, fold the yoga waistband in half, attach it to the waist, hem. So yeah, I can make this skirt several more times before I see you next. It might happen. I'm going to show you a couple of my try-ons because this was my test garment for this pattern, and I did cut it out of my pattern paper that I get from Waywack, and I had some thoughts on it being too full, and it's fine. It's fine, but I might actually make a less full version to kind of look like the skirt I was inspired by, that's ready to wear this, just not this full at all. It's so fitted that it's almost got that mermaid feel to it, which I just love. And it's a lot less fabric, so if I come across a piece of fabric that's too wide, I could narrow it down. So let me show you me laying this out on my paper, and then I'll follow it up with a quick try on. Okay, so I'm looking at this pattern and I want to make a long skirt. This is one of my favorite ready to wear skirts. So I've laid it on top of the pattern piece. This is the back, and I've started my top right here because this is the waistband and that's a separate piece. So I started here, and look how much wider it is at the hem and how much shorter it is. So this skirt is going to be a different shape completely. It's just going to be a much fuller skirt than I am used to. And my thought on this is I think I'm going to cut it out as is. But going forward, when I'm looking at my fabric, if my fabric's just not wide enough for this skirt, I know I can fold it and make it narrower by almost half. It's like a lot. That is a lot of space that I can make it more narrow at that widest part, which is right here. So I looked at that and it came to almost 28. So that's 56. I don't know how wide the fabric I want to use is. So I'm gonna make my pattern piece match this, but I know that I may want it more narrow when I get to my fitting stage. It may just be too flared. All right, so this is the front. I folded it. This is my side seam, and this is the back. So this is the front of my skirt. I started at the part of the waistband that didn't include that. See right there, I matched that up. And if you'll look, this skirt is much longer by, I don't know, like 4 or 5 inches. So now if I fold it back at the side seam, let's see, where is that side seam? It's right there. There it is. See how much narrower this skirt is, my ready to wear is narrower by quite a bit. There's the side seam. So it's narrower by this much. I'm just guessing I'm not going to want it that flared. But I'm really reluctant to make it smaller when I haven't even tried it, because I might like it. So I'm going to go with the pattern, but I know going forward I'll probably want it less flared for the long version. Maybe for the short version I would want this flare, because that would be cute. And I definitely want to make a shorter version. I will cut a whole separate pattern piece when I get to the shorter version. So I'm going to put this right here below this paper. See this paper? So I will put this underneath it, and I will trace it with a pencil, and I will make my own pattern piece out of this paper. And then this will remain intact in my envelope. The long version is sketched out. I went with the extra large. I wrote down, I have to write the number, I couldn't see the number, but and a lot of this you don't really need. But when I take it up, I look and say, do I need any of that? You know, right side only. So basically I've got my markings, I've got my fold, and I've got my hem. If there's anything else, once I remove this paper, I'll write it down. But I'm not doing the short version. When I do a short version, I'll make a separate pattern piece for that. And now I'm going to cut it. Well, yay! This fabric from Joann's is wide enough to do the full version width of this skirt for my test garment. So, and I have 3 yards of it, so I have plenty. So I'm going to cut it out, make it, and see how I like it, and see what I want to change, if anything. It might be awesome. So here we go. I have no idea what you just watched. I know I filmed a few things. We'll see what gets in there. But I feel like I won't make a separate pattern. I'll probably just fold this one. And if I do, I will film it and show you. I'll just fold it in and make it less. So I'll still have 2 versions. I could just unfold or fold, use the same pattern pieces. There's a front and a back. I couldn't see a whole big difference in them. So when I'm wearing the skirt, I don't know how to tell which is the front and which is the back, because they look the same. So it could have just been one piece, I think. But they must have had a reason for that. Now I'm going to have to look at the pattern and see why was the front and back separate and not just 2 of the same. But I do want to make this again. So now I can't wear it until I get it. All I have is like black and pattern, like printed prints. So I need a solid kind of, I'm looking at it, it's right there, light grayish green or blue. I need some tops. Now, I was thinking last year I got really into tank tops, and I loved it because my shoulders got some sun, a little bit of color, and it just looked really summery, and it was super light and comfy. So I can see this skirt with, I'm pointing, can you see? I could see this skirt with a cute little tank top and maybe a waterfall little jacket of the same kind of lightweight knit fabric over the top, and it would just be so cute. So it could be a lot of mix and match opportunities there. So I thought I need a tank top. I thought, what's my favorite top? My favorite top is this one, Butterick. It's the Palmer and Pletch tissue fitting method, which made it a perfect fit and my favorite t-shirt ever. And I could make this over and over, and I do. I make it over and over. 6848 Butterick. And I thought, dang it, there's no tank top. So I went ahead and I Googled Palmer and Pletch tank top, and I got this pattern. I'm like, come on, guys. Well, it doesn't show it here, but right here, tank top version. And I'm gonna make that to go with that skirt. And I'll show you, because I'm gonna, like, as soon as I turn off this camera, I'm gonna cut it out. Like, I'm ready to make this shirt. I've already got the pattern to fit. I know it's a perfect fit, so it doesn't matter what fabric I use, it will go. So let's just pull, I'm gonna pull out a few choices, and I'll take out the skirt off the mannequin, and we'll just see what are some options here. What do you think? Well, I found quite a few things that I think would be fun mix and match with this pattern, this print. And my first one is this. Just look at this. I mean, is that great? I mean, to me, it's not an exact match, but I would totally coordinate and wear this together. I'm wiggling my table. It makes that creaky sound. This, to me, would look really good together, and it doesn't need to match, although I'd really like to have a lighter aqua color. So I'd probably be looking for that. And then, I don't know, I don't think I'd wear that together, but I would wear this together. So if I made a shirt out of this to go with this, what if I made a solid skirt to wear with this shirt too? And what if I made another shirt and maybe one of these as a waterfall jacket? These colors to me are just yummy. And then this one's really nice, and it's different. It's the, what do you call that? Oh shoot, it's escaped me. Rib knit. This is more of a rib knit, so it has that texture, but this would make a great cardigan. I'm thinking maybe the Harper Cardi in short version with this, and it would just go with any of these things. So I'm kind of seeing a nice little mix and match deal here going on. And I might have some other prints. I don't see anything, but when I get to the shorter skirts with that pattern, I could probably get some other prints that go with these three. These three could be the basic color blocks that go with other prints. I'm just, my mind is twirling. I just want to like slam through and get a bunch of stuff, because this is just what I want to wear right now. Oh my gosh. So that's kind of where I'm at with sewing. Kind of just thought I want to sew what I want to wear, like if I want to get ready to go, and what do I want to wear right now. And it's going to get warm, and so a couple of shorter skirts would be really fun to wear. And if they have the yoga waistband, I'm cool for that. Like, I'm totally cool with that. These would make some cute t-shirt dresses too. So there's just things in the mix here, ideas. But I love mix and match. I love mix and match. I love to go in my closet and just be able to pull two things and wear them together and not have to do a lot of thinking. But when I went into the closet, I couldn't find anything to go with this. Nothing. So I'm kind of excited to get some of these colors in. So that's where my mind is right now. It's just, I really probably should get my serger maintenanced, but not right now, because I just want to whip through all of these fabrics. It's calling me. I think I got all of these on the sale rack at Joann's. Okay, personal life. I have so much going on right now. It's all homey stuff. I'm working on the greenhouse. It is getting close. We have actually, wait for it, opened the box. The floor is getting laid today. I mean, some of it. So if you're following me on Instagram and it's not posted yet, it will be soon. Those tiles, they're so awesome. The ones that we decorated with the kids, they're just going to be in the middle, and all the blue around. Oh, those tiles are so awesome. I still have more to paint. We just weren't sure how many we were going to need. Once we laid it out, I do need more. It's just a tiny greenhouse, but somehow it just seems bigger. Once you start setting aside the space on the tiles, it just seems bigger. So there's that. I've been working on that, and I'll be working on that. So we just have a few more tiles to paint, and the floor will be done. And oh my gosh, the craft project is so cute. I love it so much. It's going to be there forever. Memory of this time in our life, these kids. Isn't that cute? All right, we're getting closer. Like today and tomorrow, and once we get that floor laid, we can start building. And once it's built, hubby's off the hook and done. And then I can decorate it a little bit and plant some stuff inside and outside. It's got plenty of opportunities for planting outside. This greenhouse is going to be at its best in a few years when all this plants that we haven't even thought about what's going to be there, but when all these plants start maturing and the path starts becoming something, I want to see a path to it. Oh, I have thoughts, right? So the greenhouse has been taking up a lot of our time, and you know, once those weeds got to a point, we're just having to mow. Like every day we're having to weed eat and mow and get rid of weeds everywhere. And need to weed out my flower garden. It's full of weeds. It's just weeds are everywhere. I'm sure it's the same where you are. And I'm working on another pie, and this one's I can't even wait. I've already started my tester. It's going to be so good. So I'll tell you about that next week, and I will tell you if it turned out. And okay, this is interesting. I live in an old house. This is an old house, really old. Like, it's so old that I don't think anybody knows exactly when it was built. Parts of it were built as probably we're thinking a miner's cabin. So I live in the gold rush area of California, Northern California. If you don't know what that is, there was a big gold rush in 1849, and this was probably a cabin because we're right near a seasonal creek, and there was a lot of mining people, gold panning and stuff around here. And so it could have had a little shack, and then that shack became a little house, and a guy planted an orchard. So we still have a few trees left from his orchard, probably in the early the early 1900s. And then everybody who lived here built onto it, including us. So it's a house, but it's parts of it are very old, and the kitchen is in the oldest. And even still, the part I'm talking about was redone by my in-laws in the 60s. So it's even been done new, but it's really old. So long story short, I hate my kitchen. It's just so gross. And I just started thinking it needs a new countertop because the countertop is just grungy and I can't scrub it anymore. It just, nothing happens. And some of the grout is like even missing, I think. I thought it was just dark because it was dirty, but I think it's even missing in some spots. It's just hard to say for sure. So I watched a video and a guy showed how to re-grout it. Not re-grout it, but refresh it, he called. And I bought all the stuff and I did it myself, just me. I'm just shocked. I'm not a handy person. Not handy at all. I'd rather not do it anyways, but I just can't keep asking hubby to do more. So I'm only doing 3 sections so that I don't have to not be in my kitchen for 3 days. So I did this small section that didn't need it really bad, and it looks amazing. So it'll be dry tomorrow, and then I'm going to put a sealant on it and probably let that sit for a day, and then I will move everything that's on this side to this side, and I will do the whole 3-day process on this side, and then there's another part on the other side of the stove. So 3 sections, 4 days each. It's a long process, but oh my gosh, so worth it. And then I'm going to paint all my cabinets because they're just needed. It's been a long time, and since I had the paint sort of station set up for the tiles, I thought it's a perfect time to paint my cabinet doors. So I'm gonna have like a new kitchen. It's like new. It's gonna look really good. I won't be afraid for you to see it in a picture. Because I'm always looking, don't let the kitchen show, it's bad. It looks dirty even when it's not. So that's what I've been up to, lots. And I've just been having fun on Instagram. I've been posting my doggy walk. I love my doggy walk. I love it. And it's just something I love to share because it's so pretty. And I'm looking forward to you seeing all the changing seasons. So if you've been following the doggy walk, thank you. I love sharing it. So it's actually funny to me how many people are watching the doggy walk. But it's a pretty place, and you'll see it change. And it's just, it needs to be the whole cycle so you can see the whole place. And then also on Instagram and Facebook, I've been updating the greenhouse. But you can only see the whole process on Instagram because it has the little highlight, and that's where you can see it from beginning to end. So there's a lot to that. And I mean, we're getting close to the end now. So I haven't planted my veggies yet, but coming soon. I'm not in a big hurry. I just, I'm just getting done what I need to get done, and the greenhouse is taking precedence right now. Just got to get it done. Let hubby off the hook. He needs to be done. He's so over it, but he's so good at it. So I guess that's pretty much what I have to share. I'd love to hear how you're doing. What are you up to? What you gonna do this weekend? Is anybody sewing, or are you all out in the garden? Anybody? I need to make a top so I can wear my new skirt. Maybe I'll wear it to church this Sunday. It's so springy, isn't it? Gosh, I love it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I so appreciate it. If you have not already hit the subscribe button, would you please? Because that helps me in what they call the algorithm. If I have people watching that are subscribers, it changes how YouTube shows it to other people. So I don't know how all that works, but thank you to those of you who have hit the subscribe button and the thumbs up, and I love the comments, so let's visit in there. Thank you so much for stopping by. I look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye now.